Now it's
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Austin Rivers. JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the 2. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Jokic. Outside Porter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And it's McGee penetrating. Jokic with it. Now Covington defending. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Lillard finds Powell. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Lillard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Rivers. And here's Gordon. Floats it up for Jokic. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Nobody near Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Now here's Gordon. And yes, it's good. Gordon's got his second bucket.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Now here's Lillard. Stolen by McGee. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete, Gordon is an effective option on fast break.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lillard against Rivers. 5 to shoot. Jokic passes to Gordon. Covington with the steal. A finish. And then Lillard slams it in.
Adept at using his length on defense. That's Covington. I mean, the moment you're careless around him, he strikes.
Now Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Jokic against Nurkic. And it's Jokic missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lillard attacking. There's the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Denver in the lead. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Pass to Powell. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Lillard against Gordon. Lillard the pass to Giles. From downtown. Portland no good that time either. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 6. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
We've got Hollis Jefferson, also Anthony out there. Enes Kanter is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Anthony. Great D that time from Green. The Nuggets leading by 8. Millsap inside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's McCollum. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial. And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Green, the pass to Morris. Knocks it loose. Hollis Jefferson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Anthony. Drops in the layup for 2. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
Morris passes to Bull. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Denver shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's Powell. Here's Kanter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
It was great to see Kanter's willingness to bang and bump down low. He brings so much toughness to his team.
A different look now for Portland. McCollum's checked in for Powell, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 3-point lead. Pass to Green. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Anthony dishes to Kanter. Passes it to Lillard. 3-pointer. Harrison with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 5. Green kicks the ball. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in, and it's Jokic missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Anthony Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Cantor. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derek Jones. Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's Rivers on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jokic with the bucket.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. A physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Porter passes to Rivers. Shoots over Lillard. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities.
Lillard from outside buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 7.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rivers with it. Feeds to McGee. No good there. Excellent D from Cantor. And it's McCollum in the corner. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
With 2 seconds left. Up again. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 1 point. Kenny, what's your...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers in at the 1.
Looking tenacious on these takes. Got to respect Rivers' fearlessness going strong like this.
Here's Powell. And there's the pass to Giles. Out to the right wing. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Shoots from 12. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Lillard.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
And here's Rivers. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. The layup off target. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum outside. 2 free throws coming up, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Did you see that?
And he goes in for the dunk.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Morris into the lane, and it's denied. And he's able to get it back. And he banks in the layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Simon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Morris. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. And here comes the break. Here's Anthony. Can't get it to fall. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Harrison kicks to Green. Back to Harrison. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the dunk by Powell.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Powell. Harrison passes to Millsap. Inside. Anthony with the block. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rivers looking over the floor. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Rivers goes up again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Paul Millsap's checked in for Green.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Now here's Powell. Here's Lillard. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jokic.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Rivers.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And they take the lead. 10 points for Jokic.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Lillard surveying the D. And Damian Lillard with the jam. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Trailblazers out. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Robert Covington, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Giles in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Unloads from 9. In deep, Jokic drops it in. Jokic has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nuggets. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now. And that's easier said than done.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Jones. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Denver, Bol comes in for JaVale McGee. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Porter. Giles. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
And then Gordon with the dunk. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Giles kicks to McCollum. And stolen by Bol. The drive by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
McCollum with the ball. Millsap's there. McCollum passes to Giles. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Paul Millsap picks one up. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Now Rivers. Outside Millsap. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. A baseline J. And it's Denver with the rebound. Down low. Here's Jokic. Back to Gordon. To the left wing. Millsap passes to Jokic. Good work there as it goes. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
McCollum left side. Finds that one off the back iron, and down it falls. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Bol. Plays it up and banks it in.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bol there with a big basket.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Giant. Back to Lillard. Four on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Lillard outside. Launches it. Nails the tray.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard. Here's Gordon. Excellent D from Cantor. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Powell with it. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight into... And we've got...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Cauley Stein. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic. And it's Covington in at the small forward. Now, here's Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson finds Porzingis. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Richardson against McCollum. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Doncic after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Misses from close range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Doncic following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Now Doncic following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. From deep. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Doncic against Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons, and Kanter throws it down.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Jones, and it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. And Dallas with a change here, too. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Here's Simons. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Powell. To the middle, here's Kanter. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Back to Hardaway. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Powell. Porzingis trying to get free, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Anthony, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Powell, the pass to Brunson. Shoots from 14, and Cantor pulls it down.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Anthony down low, guarded by Marjanovic. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Makes it off the glass. Cantor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love how hard Enes Kanter plays on the offensive end. Go ahead and finish through that contact.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Powell with the steal. No good on the shot. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Portland out in front, up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, J.J. Redick is out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at the power forward position. Now here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Listen,
simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Here's Anthony. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Mavericks trail by 4.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Here's Brunson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Simons surveying the D. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Powell dishes to Kanter. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Powell. Fires top of the key. No good. And it's Dallas the other way.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
The Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. Stolen by Kanter. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks with some changes. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Pass to Giles. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Giles has got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. Now Doncic passes to Porzingis. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard attacking. Mavericks with the rebound. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Can't lay it in off the alley-oop. Trailblazers leading by 4. It's good. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And the 3 ball is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Doncic, and the layup falls. Doncic has got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles. And Dallas also making a switch. Cauley Stein's checked in and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Lillard looking around. Right side Jones. Lillard up top. Here's Nurkic, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Pass to Lillard. Fires the 3. No good that time. And so it's the Portland Trail. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Now Cauley Stein after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, tough to contain all that size on the drive. Kristaps Porzingis, 7-footer.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Now the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Giles in the corner. Lillard outside. Over Cauley Stein. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Trailblazers leading by 3. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
You know, when Porzingis is coming off as the cutter in a pick and roll, his desire is to score and finish the play.
Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot and finish off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now here's Porzingis. 11 points in the game. Covington with it. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And stolen by Redick. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Portland leading by 3. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Simons. Brunson covering.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Brunson kicks to Redick. Pass to Marjanovic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Passes it to Powell. Fires from deep. Cantor controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Cantor. Knocked loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Mavericks with possession here. Powell dishes to Hardaway. Now here's Marjanovic. From deep. And Cantor pulls it down. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Anthony left side. Cantor, the pass to Powell. Clock at 6. They get a hand on it, and the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. Robert Covington's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. Now here is Hardaway. Outside, Redick. And Covington sends it back.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Brunson, good. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Here's Simons. Basket good. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Richardson. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And the basket by Lillard.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
It's Richardson on the wing. And here is Doncic. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Lillard attacking. Just 5 to shoot. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Richardson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Simons. Pass to Giles. Fouled in the act of shooting. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Brunson, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum, and Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson, and Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Up again. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. The pass to Nurkic. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Lillard outside. Doncic with the steal. Redick passes to Porzingis. Count that one. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Here's Doncic. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Lillard against Doncic. Now Lillard. He kicks to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Foul for 3. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. And then for Dallas, Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Trey Burke. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Lillard attacking. Giles kicks to Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 7 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And yes, the officials want to review the shot. They initially thought he didn't get it off in time. It was awfully tough to tell. What a moment this is, huh? And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And here's George after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. George against McCollum from the left block, and no good, trying to use the glass.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. That one falls.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Outside Jackson. And the pass to Morris. Back to Jackson to stop the run. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Lillard.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
They get it back. Takes it out to Covington. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
McCollum with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. The 3-pointer, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Jackson. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Morris, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Lillard, bounce pass. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
George, no good.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Second shot opportunity. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. Portland shooting their first free throw of the game here.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And it's Lillard missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Back to Kennard. Fade away. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Outside for Batum. Nurkic against Cousins. Back to Batum. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Portland leading by 7. Jones the pass to Powell. It's Covington on the wing. Lillard outside. The tray. Cousins pulls it in.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Lillard. Shot on the wing. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Covington. Lillard left side. Passes it to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Covington. Lillard's got 6.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Here's Rondo. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Lillard from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Good if it goes. Unable to get that one. And so it's Portland in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the... Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Anthony out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Pass to Anthony. Back to Kanter. Over Beverly. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Here's Beverly. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Good on the triple.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Clippers trail by 16. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And that one's good. Beverly.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Pass to Simons. The feed to Kanter. The pass to Simons. Off target from three-point range. Ball's knocked loose.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. That one goes in. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Fires for 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Clippers trail by 12. Batum attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Batum's got his first points in this one. No doubt, Greg, you are known for being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. To the wing right side. Lets it go from deep. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Mann. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Anthony left side. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles with some changes. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard kicks to Powell. McCollum fires from way outside. Portland again missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Lillard looking around. McCollum left side. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Didn't think that was going to go in. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Lillard attacking. In the corner, Powell with it. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Morris over McCollum. Zubac. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Lillard. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, how'd you see it? And that'll do it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game. Pass to Zubac. Shoots over Nurkic. Zubac no good. The Trailblazers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Powell, the pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, drains it from beyond the arc. And now an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
George with no one around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's George. On target from 13 feet. George has got 7.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything from PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Clock at 6. Here's Lillard, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused, and they've executed.
Jackson up top. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No good on the three.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
McCollum outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And the wide open shot from Morris. Jackson from long range. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. A three from Morris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Pass to Simons. Feeds it to Cantor. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's George. Got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Portland. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. And Jones sends it back. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Tips it.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Outside Rondo. Kennard, the bounce pass. Batum passes to Rondo. That one good for 2. 8 points for Rajon Rondo.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Anthony's shot is off. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Leonard. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Carmelo. Here's Simons. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Jones kicks to Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. 4 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's stolen by Anthony. With 1 on the clock. No good there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers lead by 10. And we're coming right. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Batum. Second shot opportunity. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Get there.
Stolen by Beverly. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo's running. Here's Leonard, shoots over Lillard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As crafty as he is explosive, Kawhi Leonard gets the defender where he wants him. Gets to the line.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Covington passes to Lillard. He feeds it to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Wow, the decisiveness is good to see. Cantor sensing when to slash and executing the pick and roll flawlessly.
Outside Jackson. Now the feed to Leonard. Powell with the steal. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Anthony subbed in for Norman Powell. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Patrick Beverley. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Misses the three.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 8. Morris into the lane. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Simons. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 9. Looking to get it going, and the layup is up and in.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
McCollum with the ball. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Over Morris. Nurkic can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Simons, the pass to Powell. It's up a 3. But they get it back. Nurkic kicks to Powell. And he's good on the 3-ball. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. And here's McCollum. He kicks to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. The 9-foot shot. And that's good for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And here's George for three. And Cancer pulls it down. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum, no good. Now the Clippers with it.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Simons. And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the
The beautiful skyline of Denver. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Robert Covington. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the 2. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Now here's Jones. And Lillard kicks to Jones. Lillard with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Here's Giles. Banked in off the glass. Giles has got the game going here with the first basket for the Trailblazers.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Here's Rivers. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Lillard. The dish now to Nurkic. Over Jokic. Nurkic can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Rivers trying to get open. Jones against Porter. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Rivers passes to Porter. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. It's stolen. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Three-pointer, Lillard. That one misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Porter. And Jones pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Gordon.
And running the break is about being opportunistic. Right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
Pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Pass to Giles. Just 4 to shoot. Releases. That one a little long. It's tipped. And the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Giles in the corner. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. And it's Denver with the rebound.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Porter passes to Jokic. And Jones sends it back. And now Portland on the break. It's Covington on the wing. Defended by Gordon. Lillard against Rivers. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Lillard misses.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Portland again missing. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Passes it to Rivers. Out to the right wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Trying to end the drought. Seven-second difference. Shot and game clock. From close range. Pulls it up. It's good from in tight.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Lillard with it. Here's the three. Denver grabs the miss. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Rivers. Jokic with it. Takes the three. That one's not going to go. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Kicks it to Kanter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCollum. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Outside for Millsap. Here's Harrison. He's guarded by McCollum. Back to Harrison. Shoots from the right block. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's McCollum. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Millsap misses. Trailblazers shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. McCollum finds Anthony. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. And here's Hollis Jefferson. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Morris looking over the floor. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Robert Covington's checked in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. Now here's McCollum. Lots of room. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. McCollum's got his second basket.
And McCollum has a perfect shooting form, a beautiful hierarchy shot that looks good every time he releases.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Morris outside. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 6 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
McCollum against Morris. And they pick up 2. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. 1:32 left in the first half. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. But they'll get another chance. Anthony, again, the Trailblazers, good for 2.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Morris inside. He's guarded by McCollum. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Morris. Millsap's got his first 2 points.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Now Cantor. There's the pass to Simons. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Passes to Green. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Morris with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Out to Morris. Lets it go with the 3. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Cantor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Strong interior player. When Cantor is looking to score, he isn't afraid of attracting contact.
It's his first trip to the line. Both teams will make substitutions. And Cantor drops them both. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Rivers against Lillard. Rivers can't get it to go. Jones in the post. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires the 3. Kept alive. And finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Rivers. JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. And there's Gordon, and it's Porter in at the shooting guard. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Goes up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Now here's Rivers. Defense is right there. Here's McGee. Pass to Jokic. Goes back up. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Jokic has got 6.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Little. Back to Lillard. Feeds to Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Rivers can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
The pass to Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
Evolving his game over time. That's what's going on. I mean, look, this demonstrates growth. Nurkic looking willing to challenge himself with these shots.
Now here's Rivers. Passes it to Jokic. Here's Gordon. No good on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Millsap comes in for Aaron Gordon. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Harrison in for Austin Rivers. The drive by Green. Count the basket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Simons surveying the D. And a wide open look for McCollum. Trailblazers keep it alive. Out to Anthony. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Here's Green. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And the basket by McCollum.
Love the game of McCollum. Not just great at dribbling the ball, but terrific at pulling up on the defense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Green passes to Bol. Here's Harrison. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for JaMychal Green. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Little, he's checked in for Anthony Simons.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
McCollum outside. And 1:01 left in the third. Stolen by Gordon. Pushing it up. Here's Harrison. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 9. 1-on-1 fast break. The feed to Kanter. Out to the wing. Little passes to McCollum. The putback. It's good on the putback. Kanter's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Now, that's the staple of Kanter's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Here's Morris. Lays it up off the glass. Morris has got 6.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Outside Anthony. Back to McCollum. This one for 3. The shot, no good. That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Ahead by 9 is the... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Trailblazers leading by 9. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Anthony out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lillard. Floats one up. He kicks it to Little. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot from 18 feet away. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. Morris with the ball. Inside. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Lillard from deep three-point land. No good from outside.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. It's a good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Here's Morris. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony, and Jones subbed in for a little. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Porter. The shot will not fall. Portland leading by 11. Lillard with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Lillard attacking. Jones, no one around him. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. Lillard against Gordon. Jones for 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Back to Lillard. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. The drive by Gordon. He dishes it to Rivers. Covington against Gordon. Jokic high post. McGee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McGee's got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
Here is Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Nurkic. A second chance effort. Hollis Jefferson finds Covington, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Nuggets trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The pass to Jokic. Stolen by Cantor. It's 2-on-1. Passes it to Carmelo. There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter. 6 to shoot. Back to McCollum from deep. They grab their own miss. Giles out to Anthony. Pass to McCollum. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
The more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Portland leading by 9. Here's McCollum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. From deep. The putback, it doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And Porter, here we go. That's tipped. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And Portland with a change here, too. Simons is checked in.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting Portland. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Lillard's checked in for Portland. So he gets them both.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
And the layup's good off the glass. And here's Portland. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. The offensive rebound.
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8.
And like his father, Manu, Bowles' combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And the basket by Lillard.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
Yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead. The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. the NBA on 2K Sports. D.A.
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Lillard in at the point guard position. And for the Mavericks, Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Doncic with it. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Doncic. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. The 17-footer goes down.
How about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
No good from Finney-Smith. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And Lillard kicks to Giles. Another shot. Porzingis with the block. They get it back.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Cauley-Stein dishes to Doncic. With the tip, Porzingis on the follow.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Now here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lillard against Doncic. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Lillard against Doncic. Some solid defense from Lillard.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second bucket.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Doncic. Cauley-Stein passes to Doncic. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Richardson, no luck. Powell down low. Covington against Richardson. Back to Giles. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Outside Covington. It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Hollis Jefferson, also Enes Kanter out there, C.J. McCollum out there with Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point. The Mavericks trailer. Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic, stolen by Kanter. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Portland. And here's Brunson. Pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's Portland now. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Anthony. McCollum feeling it out a bit. They get it again. That one drops for him. Anthony's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
You know, you have to like the activity from your superstar. Anthony staying involved even off the basketball.
The drive by Redick. Marjanovic, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Redick. Good D by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Simons.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Portland also making some changes. Derek Jones comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Jones, and McCollum subbed in for Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum outside. Lets it go from 14.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Back to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Here's Simons. Back to Hollis Jefferson. The shot misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Now Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. Porzingis passes to Richardson. the wing, Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. And I'll tell you what, Hollis Jefferson doesn't mind showing out a little bit. What a sensational leaper.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. And there's the pass to Powell. Basket counts.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Lillard, right side, beyond the arc, drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 8.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard finds Powell. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Powell gets a hand on it.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
Now, here's Redick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Doncic. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Back to Powell, and stolen by Richardson. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Lillard attacking. Here's Giles. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Trey Burke subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Count it. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Doncic against Lillard. They need this. And he lays it up and in. Lillard's got 10 points.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Doncic kicks to Burke. Pass to Porzingis. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Back to McCollum. And the basket is good.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's the feed to Powell. Back to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Anthony, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Simons, a miss that time. Would have put him up. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Back to Redick. In the corner, Powell with it. And good that time. Powell's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Simons. Dishes it to Anthony. Throws it down as the... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Simons surveying the D. He dishes it to Nurkic. Portland needs to get off a shot. Elbow shot. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nobody near Nurkic. Sinks the 15-footer. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Portland out in front. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Giles in at the center position. Outside, Jones for the three. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Doncic against Lillard. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Giles in the corner. Richardson against Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Mavericks trail by 5. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Kept alive. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Tries again. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And the first one drops.
And what I like about Cauley-Stein is just how hard he plays. Really both ends, a scrappy player.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Jones against Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A physical big. Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
And the Mavericks call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Porzingis, here we go. Can't hit that one. Excellent D from Cantor. Jones in the post, guarded by Marjanovic.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
McCollum against Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Cantor kicks to Jones. McCollum against Brunson. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to McCollum. Shoots the 3. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Back to Porzingis. And the call, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Harry Giles is checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Jones. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
They swipe it. Doncic against Lillard. 1:11 left in the game. Giles kicks to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. They get it back. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And Richardson drops them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Lillard against Doncic. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to McCollum. The 3. Right wing. Doncic with the steal.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
That's his second personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
McCollum outside. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And here's Doncic from the arc. No good. Shot missing. Misses. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The bright lights and tall buildings of... And David.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Here's Zubac. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
George against McCollum. Outside for George. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Outside, George. And the shot is good.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Now, here's Lillard. Back to McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. Here now, the Clippers. George passes to Jackson. And he gets the bucket.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lillard from deep three-point land. Tipped away.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw this game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Now here's McCollum. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Fires from 14. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Back to Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. He feeds it to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Yep, it counts.
And just putting his entire offensive imagination on full display. What a smooth release from Lillard.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket of the game. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
So for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. So it's the Clippers now. The Blazers getting the bucket, and he makes that one. George has got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. The shot's good from Cantor.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Rondo kicks to George. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Leonard against Powell. Passes it to Simons. Now the pass to Carmelo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for George. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in for Powell. Here's Beverly. Down low. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. 8-point game. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And a wide open look for McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 5.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Beverly wide open. Off target with the open look.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard. Now here's Beverly. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Anthony.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum passes to Carmelo. It's deflected.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
Cousins with the bucket.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Simons. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Goes up on the wing. Here's Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Finished off the break. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Anthony finds Cantor up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum to the left side wing. Anthony in the corner. The wing jumper off target. Clippers leading by 5. Mann passes to Kennard. And there it is for him. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Pass to Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. Count it.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Beverly looking around. Pass to Cousins. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Back to McCollum. Dishes it to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Looking back at McCollum's breakout third year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Cousins throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And 1:01 left here in the second. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Over Kennard. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 5 on the basket from McCollum.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Lillard way outside. No good with the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Trailblazers trail by 7. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. From the arc. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's Leonard missing. Stolen by Jackson. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with us. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished. And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Morris. That one, no good. Good D by Covington. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Foul for 3. Wow. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
Here's Jackson. George finds Leonard. From 6 away. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And he converts the layup. He has 7.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now Lillard. 7 points in the game. Here's Nurkic. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Outside, George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Here's Zubac. Nurkic with the block. And he recovers it. Chalk up 2 there. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Lillard against Jackson. Passes to McCollum. Now Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. That shot off. Los Angeles leading by 6. Back to Leonard. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lillard dishes to Covington. From past the arc. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Jackson drives in. Here's Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
1:15 left in the third quarter of the game. 3-pointer, Lillard, McCollum, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Here's Anthony, 5 on the clock. Cantor, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Can't cash in from close range.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the paint, and Cantor throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
The Clippers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Jacks up a 3. He can't get it to go. Now here's Rondo. Not going to go that time. Got it off in time. The shot, no good. And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Los Angeles leading by 9. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Jones. Then it's Anthony. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here is Lillard. Kicks it to Cantor. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid and fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Here's Rondo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
First free throw is good.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. Feeds it to Anthony. Yep, that one goes in there.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Rondo against McCollum. 18 feet out, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Powell kicks to McCollum. Offensive rebound. Cantor connects on the open J. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Rondo passes to Zubac. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Just his first attempt. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Powell.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
Rondo is so tricky, consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And Rondo drops them both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Got a piece of it. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
2 points. That one goes.
Always a threat to get to the rim. This time, Paul George pulls up and buries it.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard with it. And the shot goes in.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Jackson in the corner. Here's Zubac. And the wide open shot from Morris. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Powell. Keeps it alive. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Jackson kicks to Leonard from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 6. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Lillard outside. Powell for 3. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George, no good.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
A 3 ball. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Jackson finds Leonard. Money!
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard looking around. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down. And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. It was a feint. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.